We've run... Nah, fuck it, let's just go with what we have. Okay. But this one is a ridiculous map seed. This map seed has triple Iron Lung characters, so 3 Iron Lungs to start with. Alright, so a ton of thugs, but thugs are pretty pathetic. They have ranged superiorities, so they're not going to be moving anywhere. So we'll just wait till the end of the turn, then we'll rush them with everybody. Let's break their ability to hold their actions until we do something. According to SC, he's playing XCOM. No, he isn't. Unless you mean as well as Battle Brothers. I expect to be finishing that WOTC campaign at some point, and I will be playing more Divinity with Joe and Ribs at some point as well. So those things are going to be happening. I'm going to be playing this Battle Brothers campaign, and after that, I'm not sure. We have a couple other games we'd like to check out, but I haven't really got to what they're going to be yet. Let's go there. Nah, let's go there. Let's lock them in. Okay. Ow, big hit. Oh, we got hit by archers too. It's a little scary. Map's amazing. Amazing map. That's why we picked the map. It's a sick map with really good 6 starting carrot traits. Axes are doing some damage. Good. Basically, the whole point of this one, Rakuso, is we're setting ourselves up to get into the very late game stuff as soon as humanly possible. Because I've played a lot of Battle Brothers in the last like month, like 23 days of it or something, and not real time, but 23 real days have been spent, of which like 400 hours or something in Battle Brothers now, and I don't want to farm up to the late game again. I just want to see what the late game stuff is like. I was getting a little bit frustrated at the end of the other campaign, how much time I'd have to farm missions that are super easy, but just take me hours to complete to get enough gold to go out into the wilds to check out the really late game stuff that I'm really interested in seeing. So the whole point of playing on this difficulty right now, this economic difficulty, is to get the same level fights, but to be able to jump into that content sooner because we don't have to farm quite as long for the stuff to get there. So. Although these fights have been very easy. The fights in the early game are very easy. It's part of the tedium that I don't want to repeat for very long periods of time. Right. No way we catch this guy, right? Right. Okay. Hedge Knights are, the spawn is random. It has nothing to do with how good or bad the seed is. Some seeds just don't seem to have Hedge Knights spawning very often. The last long playthrough I did had almost no Hedge Knights in it. There's other classes that are just as good as Hedge Knights, even in the late game. Just gotta look them up. For example, Wildmen make better mega tanks. A lot of the other classes are as good as them for other stuff. Alright, where are we headed with this? Southeast. Okay. Any levels? Yes. Kijin leveled. Alright, Kijin is leveled enough now that maybe it's time to be an archer. I'm considering it. Alright, so let's assign the stats. This is going to be archer skill, range skill rather, range defense, and stamina. Then we'll roll gifted for range skill, range defense, and stamina. Okay. I think it's time to give Kijin a bow. $68's still a little low. I guess it's comparable to what else we have available. Okay. And then let's go assign these pikes again. Good. Some damage over here. 110. Down this way. Oh, 4-leaf level? Shit, didn't notice. Alright, what are we fighting? Zombies. Really? It's nice. Only 11 of them. Maybe it'll be a fallen hero and I get a great weapon of some sort. Wouldn't that be nice? No, these are just the lowest of low. Zombies with no weapons and no armor. Anything else back there? That's 5. No, it's not. I think I'm gonna move up. Take that high ground. Probably concentrate on picking up the 310, the 115 rather, which is there. Wish it was 310. This is already half wounded. Might not be worth it. We'll see. Saying something like stars are more important than background, you should really rethink that, because all stars are additional stat points. That's all stars translate out to, right? It's basically 5 stat points per star is basically what a star works out to be. But backgrounds are pure stats. I mean, that's all stats change. The difference between backgrounds are literally where are the stats associated with. So saying that stars versus backgrounds, one is better than the other, doesn't really mean anything. You just want the best possible stats you can get for the stats that are important for what your character's trying to do. And that's a combination of stars and background, both. So neither are more important than the other, but if you get a background character, if you get a triple star guy, that's 15 stats for that point, which is going to be a lot more than the difference between any 2 backgrounds. So I don't know, I think it's a little dangerous to say that you prefer backgrounds or stars. You really want a combination, ideally, of both, and ultimately it doesn't matter whatsoever. For example, if you had a guy with 0 stars but starts with like 79 melee skill, such as like a sword master, then he still will probably have he's still going to have more melee attack than anything else you can get in the game, just because of the shit ton of stats that you get out of that. So I hear you, but I don't entirely agree. Your point being that it's more important to get the good rolls than it is the correct background. Yeah, but really what you want is both a good roll and a good background, because they both contribute to what you're actually trying to do, which is maximize stats. Oh, should have been a shield wall there. That confidence, I like it. That's why you roll for a better background, right? Is because the star potential seems to be relatively equal across classes. You can get a 3-star, 3 melee attack star farmhand, and seems to be spawning roughly I don't know if the rates are exactly identical. I don't know if we have the data for that, but similar enough rates that just because you rolled a better background doesn't mean you're going to get better stars. What you really want to do is have enough rolls that you can get both a good background and good stars. And that's what, of course, the point of rolling on so many characters is to get that connection of just the 6 stats. Guys are, speaking of sick backgrounds, wish these sick guys would hit something. There we go. Okay. Stars are growth potential. They are, well, stars are guaranteed growth potential. That's what stars do, right? They make those numbers guaranteed. Oh, I see. You mean if you had rolled better? No, that's not quite right, Cubics, because think about it this way. Ready? So if you have no stars on melee ranges from 1 to 3. That means on average it's 2. If you have across the course of a character's entire life, it has 10 level ups. That means you get an average of 20 stats out of that. You add a star to that, it raises the bottom. So now you're getting an average of 25 over 10 levels, or 2.5 over 10 levels, right? So you're right, it's not any given level. You could always roll the max roll every single time, in which case the stars would have made no difference, kind of, up to 2 stars. If you get 3 stars, you now have the growth potential above and beyond what's possible anyways, because it moves the range up 1 more. You can, so I guess you kind of can look at it that way, but you kind of have to play the averages, right? Because you're going to be playing with enough characters across enough playthroughs that it is going to average out. So yeah, we'll hunt the Necromancer now. We'll take money while we're here. It's just like, I've never had this happen to me in any playthrough before, where I'd come back and they're like, oh, go hunt them again. But they're doing that a lot here. It's kind of nice. Got level ups here. We should assign them. Mora leveled. Take the stam roll or the defense roll? Defense roll. It's going to be quick hands. Alright, so Mora is now well on his hybrid way. Let's give him a crossbow. And some corals. And 4-leaf. Leveled again. Oh, that roll. Yeah. Not a great roll for us there. This is gifted. Is he ever gonna have the accuracy? I don't know. Okay. See, yeah, I mean, yes and no for me, Thriv. We've done that enough times now. I played so many hours of this in the last month that I don't really want to do the grindy. I want to see the very late game stuff. I want to see, what am I grinding for? Like, I was watching some guy last night when I got home from my traveling on Twitch for, like, you know, just a little bit of time before I went to bed. And he was on, like, day 500 of highest difficulty, highest economic difficulty. And he's just taking like 10 or 12 fights in a row, as like I watched over the course of, was 10 or 12, 3 or 4 fights over the course of an hour. And it was just like, he's just like fighting Orc Young and Orc, like a mix of Orc Warriors and Orc Young. And it's not particularly super hard or anything. They're kind of easy fights and just look kind of boring at that point. Like I don't really do grindy up to a point. I do it for a while and then I'm like, all right, if I have to grind to get somewhere and then the getting somewhere is fun, I can eat the grinding. If it's just grinding for grinding's sake, it really doesn't do anything for me. You like Vagabonds? Vagabonds have terrible, terrible stats. If I remember correctly. Brawlers are okay, but... Oh, I don't know why I passed there. So what I ended up doing was... You can see it in the spreadsheet if you're interested. You can go check it out. Is I went and looked at what stats I consider important for what type of builds. And then I broke down the... sorry, just a second. And then I just took a look at what backgrounds get which stats above and beyond the average for those stats and by how much. So for example, if you care about resolve and melee attack, right, just picking 2 ones at random, well, you can just choose for which backgrounds have the best combined resolve plus melee stats. The growth is going to be the same for all the classes because growth isn't based on class, but growth is only based on stars. Star distribution doesn't seem to be based on class, so that's not going to change. So all you're looking for is the best starting stat you can get for that. Yeah, farmhands are pretty decent. They don't do melee offense very well. It's what farmhands don't do, and their resolve isn't great. But they do have a lot of fatigue, which is very good. And they have okay melee defense. And they've got a lot of HP. They get the boost they get is to HP and stamina, which is pretty solid. Yeah, exactly. Eventually, some people are staying alive and small progress is being made as you get incremental increases in gold, which you spend on incremental increases in characters as well as gear, right? And it takes a very long time to do that at the regular pace. That's why we're messing with the economic difficulty. I just don't want to do that this playthrough. I'd rather get to the end game faster. I mean, it's not like these fights are challenging. That doesn't have much to do with guys right now. It's just literally because these aren't challenging fights quite yet. Oh, he's pretending to be a fallen hero. Isn't that cute? He's like dressed in his parents' clothing over there. Toddler Widerganger. resurrections. Nice. You can find it on my stats builds if you want. The stats page has it all broken down. There's 2 floating around that I know of that have a more graphical breakdown if you want. One of which was done by one of my channel members, and one which was up I think on their base wiki. Alright, not bad, not bad. Got a heater, broken heater out of that, which is nice. Okay. What? Kalustad, tiny tank to carry over a quiver of arrows. A short, simple journey ends with a man tripping over a rock and turning himself into a pincushion. It's because he's too short. Tiny Kalustad over there. Alright, what do we have? There's another mission here. Sellsword available. I don't really want him. Retired soldiers growing on me a little bit, but I want that hedge knight. We're not that far off. Deliver to Molheim in the northwest. Have we been to Molheim? Yeah, we've been there though. Okay. Let's go this way. Oh, did we get level ups out of that? Should have looked. Should have also sold stuff there. Probably had decent going rate. Alright, junk for recruits here. Selling copper at 220 and tools at 200. Buying at 16. 16 is not that great right now. Escort Woolen Walk to the southwest. Aren't I going there? Sure am. That's a yes. Okay. Let's grab 2 of those, 3 of these. And let's bring this. What is the other town I need to visit? Sandorf. Okay. Brigands. Shouldn't have brought Pierce Lung Dude with me, but okay. 6 Brigands. Raiders? Yes. No. Yes, I want his hat. I want his fucking gear. Yeah, minus 60% fatigue. It's quite a lot. I have 3 flails here. There. There. Crossbow back there, didn't know about. Stun there. I hit him, it didn't stun. It's too bad. Alright, we missed all of our... is this guy just running? Wow, okay. Had some shit rolls. Take some armor damage out of this. Oh, he's come back. I thought he was just out. Oh my god, 2 headshots. This guy, man. He's been missed like 8 times or something. He's got to fucking just be. Oh my god. I hurt too. Another headshot. They hit 3 times in the heads over here. I want to know why this guy is so lucky. How does he do it? Finally. Should be able to kill this guy now, since we can hit him over his shield. I need to rotate that guy out. Hit head when I didn't want it to. That did finally stun. Oh, this is surprisingly scary for 7 scrubs. Mace is doing some damage. I like that, he just ran. Should stop hitting him in the head when I don't want to. Nice. All fleeing now. Oh, that guy apparently is still active. Thought he was done. Just hit him in the head. Set up to rotate in a minute. Caravan Hand should be not being any part of this. To pick up some wounds out of this that we'll have to deal with. Maybe sub some guys in. That, or dismiss some guys. Picked up some 110, 115, two 140s, and a 105, as well as a boar spear. That's actually quite good. Nice upgrades for us. Alright, levels. Alright, Kel'Thuzad with the bruised leg and the pierced lung. It might be time